I don't think he's been as scary as people. Useful fear, I suppose. I mean, maybe a bit rash, but at the same time, I do find him gone. And he can open up hatches fast as well.
Yep. It's literally like 2 seconds. I mean, even with all of this, TSM are wasting no time, and Merc Uptel, there's a Valkyrie in play, and there's a Nitro Cell being prepared. The hatch is open here in construction, which is a very usual strategy here on the map. It allows you to deal with X-Gyros shooting them from below if you're just playing on that off an angle, and Hyper is not there.
He's in the wrong position. Mintz is actually taking a lot of damage as well.
There's a drone watching for rotations. They should have been able to watch the Valkyrie here. Geo's turning around the corner. He's giving the info. He gets shot down, but still alive. Hyper and Mint have taken a lot of damage, and the Habana is walking up the stairs. If they can just keep Hyper down there, they'll actually be fine, as a Chief can shut down rotations. You're checking behind the cash box by the A chassis. There's nobody there. X-Gyros coming around, as a grenade will be thrown above the reinforcement. Oh no,
the peak doesn't work out for Merc.
Hot and cold, a great shot there, as all X-Gyros will be used, and it does open up the entire wall. Still locked inside of the kitchen. The Tila wasn't destroyed through all of this, so this is the monstrosity that ends up being built around the corner. Great shot from a Chief, taking down Hot and Cold, and not a moment too soon, Devin. We're at 20 seconds left, and TSM have to get in.
Oh no,
it's open. It's open. He can go for it. There's some stuns. None more left. Try to watch for any rotations. Nitro Cell comes out, but it does not hit. Pojo Man is a bit too far away. You know they're behind the reinforcement, and Achieved has gone off on the rappel. There you go. He's got all the time in the world. 4 now for DARKZERO to try and rotate into this. You'll see one crossing as the diffuser is planted very openly. You can long arm it behind one of the reinforcement there. If they can just defend that defender that's trying to zap away at the diffuser, finally they'll be down. Eclipse trying to fake things out. He's got 1 kill, but Geo find the last.
Overall, that was a really great execute. Because Merc died early on that peak, he wasn't able to do that. But overall, let's have limited amounts of rotations. It did improve when they did the revamp of it, the buff.
Trick. Geo checking the hallway, camera being destroyed. And the bit of extra utility there was taken away. I believe it was a pest by somebody downstairs inside the kitchen to contest all of this. And Achieved will pop the wall, as we saw in the previous round. Again, it's the same site that DARKZERO are defending, and they're still doing a decent chunk of work by taking HP off of TSM. But TSM are not wasting any time either. As they come in, there you go. Everybody just pointing at logistics. Don't walk through there. Don't think about it. There's pests around the corner, mute jammers, and the whole shebang. The frag grenade should be sailing over the wall. Any tag for just a second. I'm not sure who was playing. Maybe the Sky's actually playing on those stairs, the main ones. Chief will turn around and check the lounge. There's nobody rotating from garage out, but there is an impact grenade that's been used. The location. The Chief so close, tries to fire in. The Eclipse will take a lot of damage. There's a grenade from Bolo, sails into Mint. That was a Mint nade, perfectly done. Hyper, though, will be able to find Merc. Just on the entry from construction into cash. Pojo Man with 1 on a hot and cold. Achieve still has 2 stuns to use before they walk in. There's Nitro Cell used, won't do much. Achieved is down on the floor. Unfortunately, he cannot use that utility at all anymore. And there's 2 kills, though, that go the way of DARKZERO. Hyper will find a kill of his own and turns it into a 1v2. Around the corner, though, Hyper will peek around.
Is prepared. However, I think if they go cash, good attacks by TSM overall, though. I was a little concerned about their attacks just because of what we were saying pre-match in terms of as soon as TSM's done droning all this, they can, of course, head down. The question is always, where will the attack be coming from? If there is a opening on the armory wall, for example, sometimes we'll see that be taken advantage of with the heart breachers that they brought. They have Maverick to open the hatches as well as Habana, so those should get opened up. No problem. I don't expect a lot of really pushback because you can use the Kaed. You can, I mean, I guess the impact tricky with the kitchen is still something you're not really going to counter with Maverick.
Where Fox was playing the Maverick, and he was someone that would go into kitchen and deal with the hatch personally.
You got to be brave to do that.
It really is. It really does take a lot of bravery, but it ended up actually working really well for the team, especially since that thermite ban was very common, and sometimes you'd have a Habana ban, you have to kind of skirt around it, right?
Well, they also left your favorite wall soft, so that will be interesting once they get to the bottom of main stairs.
Exactly, that's very unfortunate. By that I mean the wall that separates the hallway downstairs between church and armory, and really it's hallway to armory. Well, there doesn't matter anymore.
Well
Eclipse
scored.
hits the Nitro, Bolo's down. There's still one impact Gajmot that you could use to enter through there. I didn't quite catch if the buck had already opened up that side of the wall, right entrance into the armory. But it's a possibility there. Let's go one floor down. Oh, there's a shot from Achieve, and it has been opened up. So potential is there, but the Nitros are possible still from DARKZERO with Eclipse just staying on this cardiac sensor pretty much until the end of the round now with 35 seconds on the mark.
Well, 30 seconds is not a lot to work with here now that they're just approaching downstairs. They've got to steal some behind Generator, but he actually exposed himself. Hyper at just a sliver of health left. Gio needs to play this smart. He's a 3-speed as well. He should be able to win this fight. They're from the same organization as well, same CTU.
So,
oh, he spots the arm. What? There we go.
Greatly done there, but Sky's already taken down Pojoman, denying the diffuser from being planted for just a bit more. Gotta go in and plant. They're trying to fight it. There's the trade. There's the caught it down. Mint all on his own. He doesn't have Nitros, of course, playing the smoke. He's gonna have to rotate into this hallway of death, but he gets one kill. Unfortunate. So much manpower left.
Different, but it's not gonna happen. He's gonna continue on IQ. No 6-picks coming out from DARKZERO. So you don't have to worry about, oh, if I lost them, can I hit them from far? Because you don't want Bandit just sitting there. We used to see Bandit sometimes try with a shield. That is usually short for this world. However, at the end of the day, the Kaid really doesn't do much other than have Merc do his job here. And Merc's been gunning quite well in Maverick as well, so I don't think having to play Maverick has really been a big hurt. However, you can clip smokes through the walls still. That is something that I believe will be reworked at some point.
I hope
but at the moment, I believe Ubisoft was saying specifically they had plans for the smoke to work a bit more like Captel's Firebolt, I think. And there we go, nice kill by Skies. Wow, that's twice now. We've seen Bolo go down early. Despite being a crowd favorite, he hasn't been a favorite for staying alive, unfortunately. I don't know what that means. I just that was a segue, man. I was hoping that would slip past me.
Oh my god. So the wall's already been opened up. Yeah, it's going to take a few more magazines to open the rest of it.
The important thing is killing Bolo means they have to either decide, are we just going to shoot this wall up, or are we going to actually have Achieve rotate around?
Basically, and Achieved is very close to them. And I'm trying to think here, like, okay, it's really taking a long time. There's someone, not specifically in construction, but...
Always cash.
There's a rotation hole between logistics and construction, and there's the Legion sitting in there.
Oh, no. See, that's what I was worried about. I was thinking he could place a breach charge on there, but it's like, your feet are exposed, your head's exposed. Good luck with that single life. He needed to use...
the lifeline.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Fair enough. Hey, the Electro Claw still can disrupt soft walls, so the electricity's in the air. You can feel it. Merc is going to continue to drone in. You got to be sure. I don't know how you'll be able to run your drone through it, but Gio's going to take a bit of damage from the Guman. Pull back for just a second. He's taking even more damage from behind the wall. Impact grenade thrown above it to try and hit him there, as Merc will find hot and cold. It's something to finally take down the Cloud, but that operator's already done his work. That ship has sailed. Gio still trying to push cash, still trying to put as much pressure as humanly possible. He'll be able to find one onto Eclipse, but Mint has just now found two. Gio trying to collect one more in logistics, but he's walking into literally every single Guman. He finds the kill, but there's the plant. Gio finds one more, and another one close to it. Mint, though.
Still alive.
Oh, no. Yeah.
So I think that's why Pojo must have hit him earlier. Worked out better for Eclipse on the pulse, but that should be Gio's job to be able to counter the pulse here, because he needs to be able to watch for that heartbeat sensor to come out and give a warning to Bolo, or just maybe not have Bolo stand there this time. More TSM sighted, but overall, here's the thing: TSM winning on a defensive side of map right now on attack, looking pretty good for them to possibly win on the second half as well.
I mean, 3 rounds on attack is pretty great, right?
Yeah, they even did pretty good on the round that they lost, so.
So what's the play from DARKZERO? They're going to bring hot and cold on that Goyo. So curious to see where those shields will be. This is good play from Merc. Wow, that's actually super effective. Oh my god. He can actually open 2 hatches with this. I just want to watch this. Can we just stay on Merc? I'm so impressed. I don't know why.
It takes a lot of practice, honestly. Oh my God! Your timing has to be perfect.
He actually opened 2 hatches with all of his breaching.
God of Maverick now.
There we go. This is great. This is really great. It really takes a lot of effort to know a player. So very proud of him.
Yeah.
Chief is going to open up that rotation we were talking about before. There's potential there. Breach Charge is going to open up a bit more of the floor. TSM right now, everything's going up.
They just need to take care of some of those shields. As you see, this could be a bit of a problem later in the round. They have used both the impact lifelines there, and now they're going to have to possibly rely on Bolo's grenades. And Bolo hasn't always been long for this world, but they have opened the wall to be able to rotate as they need. Eclipse, in the meantime, is going to anticipate that. He's going to see if a couple of them start piling up on that position as he's sitting in the corner. You can see a silhouette, orange silhouette right there. Watching. As soon as he sees 2, they will anticipate a possible push through.
There's 25 seconds left, so it will be time in just a bit. Oil shields are being popped, smokes are being used at the right time. Eclipse might be waiting for the info. He can throw out the nitro, and he hits Bolo again. Sky's gone 1, but Merc just entered and found 2. Pojoman with 1 more, but Sky's on the refrag onto Geo. It's now a 2v2, but make it a 2v1 as Hyper's been down. And Merc is going to turn around the corner, get a 3K, close to the 4th. There it is, Merc! Also opens up 2 hatches.
Merc is absolutely on it in terms of like, yeah, we're gonna man Thatcher for his team as well, like because it's such a contrast to last season. But they really have been playing like a different team. This is how they play in best of 3s, you know, like
yeah,
this is what you expect from them, and this is what you want to see.
Remember TSM last season and like, yeah, best of 1s didn't work for us.
Well, best of 0s most of the time for them. Watching a flank as well.
But honestly, it's like you might be watching this and trying to understand why we're like applauding TSM so much and why we're not talking much about DARKZERO. It's just honestly,
there's a lot more to talk about with TSM right now.
Number 1, but number 2, DARKZERO really are bringing everything that's required. They're bringing the right tools. They're trying to switch up their games. They're trying to be a bit more proactive. We're bringing the Vigil. They tried to be a bit more defensive by bringing the Goyo before. So they're really trying. Unfortunately, TSM are just able to win when it comes to those pure gunfights.
They're executing like an axeman.
Exactly. I completely agree.
It's been on top of it. Time management has been a little bit of a problem, especially that last round. But at the end of the day, it's winning the gunfights. Like DARKZERO, again, they're playing very like passive and trying to win those late round gunfights, but they're just not winning enough of them, and that's why it's 4-1. I like what they're trying to do, but it only worked 1 round so far. So I don't know. Maybe they did need to play a little more aggro. This is the last defensive round, so it doesn't really matter after this. But playing passive is just not working. Now, this is where this kind of cost them last time. Bolo dying, as well as Merc. Actually, I think it was Merc that died first on this one. Merc dying is really what cost them on this. If Merc can stay alive this long, and Bolo can stay alive, or Geo, oh, that's going to cost them a lot, though. This execute now suddenly has to be very different. That is... Pojo's going to have to put that in his digest as a fail.
Oh! Achieved around the corner.
So close.
Last time, they were able to flush out Defender, Eclipse on the Vigil from the garage and clear him out in lounge. Bolo have to walk in.
Nope.
Double angle. Pojoman, though, finds 2 kills with a bearing 9. Lost on the 3rd is achieved, though. Will be able to find Eclipse. Hyper with a nitro, but achieved with another one. Mint already used all his utility. You can go and plant. And it's still not working. And if I'm DARKZERO right now, I'm so frustrated.
If I was DARKZERO, I would have been slaying them.
Oh,
I mean, he's going to be on the same role as Merc. He's going to make up for that. Right now, he's running a breadstick. So maybe you're going to need to, because that's also their round count right now. Looking like, I think, you see. But at the same time, not being able to jump means it can't get around the mute jammers or the pests most of the time without an angle to shoot them first. So Eclipse going to have to use this very smartly, as a lot of the Twitch players don't use it necessarily for clearing out utility so much as for droning quietly. There we go, he throws it right into a pest. He thought maybe he'd get shot by the player on the other side, but instead now it's Achieved who's going to be running that against him. Very likely to just set it up in a flank position.
That's a pests have a 10-foot vertical. I'll be honest with you. That's a Kobe right.
You saw Achieved using it as well just a second ago.
Rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. Of course, never forgotten. True legend.
Now when we say Kobe, there's going to be a little hurt inside.
It really will, honestly. But there's Bolo rotating up. So he'll take a bit of damage and engagement. The walls have been opened here to enter. And There's Skies just peeking around the corner inside of the garage. We'll find one unachieved. There's a trade-off. The Heartbreacher, one of the 2 Heartbreachers for the Mozzie. Low HP, but there's the finisher from Hot and Cold.
There we go.
Good headshot to clean him up. Reminder, this is an attack onto Church. So right now, is TSM trying to burn as much time as humanly possible?
They're a lot more aggressive than DARKZERO's been, though.
Honestly, killing the Habana is a huge pick here, and at least forcing the Habana to use those X-Kairos to open up the wall from Jacuzzi. One more, actually, here for DARKZERO's. Gio's been able to find 2, and he's left alone against Skies and Eclipse. And playing Legion is not too shabby when it comes to trying to clutch around. There's one headshot, a 3K around the corner. Gio, one more Guman on the floor, trying to delay. Gio with the clutch again. Eclipse is down.
This man in these spots.
How do you even do that? So low there at the end on HP. It was honestly like I thought he was gonna.
Well, he won 5 attacking rounds on Clubhouse.
That's
Thatcher banned themselves. They prepared for that for sure. I mean, it's a given that they did, but they Merc last time on the Maverick, so that was a good start. And honestly, TSM really shouldn't have won it last year because they overplayed their aggression. Something that DARKZERO were playing, being very Achieved already started things off well. That's taking a very important player. Hyper on the Zofia already dead, and Achieved still had a camera there to be able to at least get. So again, on TSM are not as spread out.
Bit of info as things have kind of calmed down for a moment. It's Mint's trying to open the wall. In EU, games that are considered the match of the day have been way closer. We have had 2 ties through them, but mostly 7-5s and 7-4s. That said, we're back. Achieved is going to try to walk it up from Church. Bit of fire from Hot and Cold through the soft wall, and will do no damage as the 2 defenders were sitting behind that reinforced wall. You see the standard default wall. Eclipse top of the build on the roof, waiting for the right moment to dive down, and this Nitro cell potentially being prepped here. Achieved, this is what we were talking about before, Devin.
Yep.
They're gonna walk into sight.
Waiting.
There it is. There's one Nitro, the second one as well. Though Eclipse will be able to find Bolo. 2, and actually turn it into 3. Yes, Skies will take down Pojo. 1 more for Skies. That's 2K for 2 players, and the last one for Skies inside of construction for a few more seconds.
Yeah. It almost
was
worked.
the right moment.
Good job cornering a lot of the players, but now he's actually going to switch off to the Nomad via 6th pick here. This guy's hoping to get something through the win.
Fair enough. So there you go. It's a decent strategy, if you ask me.
But yeah, because you know they're going to drone that hatch, like guaranteed.
Eclipse going to go out and drone as Achieved will walk back into the bar for just a second. They might be looking for a peek here around the corner. Hot and Cold might be able to help him out as Mint appears to be
some more time burning.
suspended.
DARKZERO's the only one to take damage outside of Pojo, but Mint dropping right now, really probably the worst time.
Unfortunate.
Achieved with the long barrel, a lot of damage done, and then finally one onto Eclipse. This is falling apart very quickly for DARKZERO.
There's Skies low in HP and Hot and Cold as well. Mint returned, unfortunately, a bit too slow.
You can spectate cameras though, possibly.
It is a possibility.
He can still contribute.
So, a lot of damage has been done here to DARKZERO players. Pojo Man is taking a bit of damage himself, but just trying to walk into Merc here. I mean, this is such a difficult position to play with if you're on full roster with utility. When you're in that 3v5, it is even worse, and there's just no grenades to deal with him. You can stun, but it's not enough. He can still fire back at you. And Achieved is watching. Hey, you want to push into billiards? I can shoot you from there. There's the headshot, and guess what? He's going to confirm that he has diffuser. So all is set and going very well for TSM to close out the game. Winning gunfights has definitely been the mainstay of TSM. There you go. This is confirmation.
Diffuser.
He's checking, there's nobody there, nobody walked into garage just yet. He checks, and he finds the headshot. Skies is down, Achieved with one more. Hyper, last one lost as Merc collects it. There's the GG, unfortunate.
Huge. The way they played that, so good. So I am so excited to see TSM at Invitational. Wow, we rarely see the Legion, but just, oh man. TSM, they are on one.